really wanted him to have a sibling. And 2025 is not going to be like that anymore.
Welcome back. Last year, we brought you Stephanie Peterson's story. The Waconia mom was trying to have a second baby through IVF, and instead she learned that she had an aggressive form of breast cancer. Audrey Russo caught back up with Stephanie, who started down a new path of helping others.
If a life-changing diagnosis is hard to talk about.
I expected to be pregnant last year, and instead I fought for my life. So it felt still super raw.
I'm Stephanie.
Give it a year.
Welcome to the new Minnesota Breasty podcast.
I'm sharing my story with everyone and talking about all the good, bad, ugly, all the things that people don't talk about as it relates to breast cancer with two women that, inspire me.
We are 3 young moms, 3 survivors, and 3 friends who believe in the power of connection.
You do not have a mullet. Look, yes, I do.
Friendship forged by beating the same disease in the same 365 days.
Yeah, breast cancer and bestie combined.
We're here to tackle the things that no one really wants to talk about or prepares you for.
But also hopefully giving people hope that there is another side to it.
Whether it's mom guilt, the wife guilt, the working mom life guilt.
March 4th was your diagnosis day, correct?
Yeah. Yes.
And then March 6th, you had your beautiful baby girl, Zoe.
I was robbed of a lot of time in the beginning with her, but what we've talked about is rob now so that we can be there later.
So I think that will certainly be an episode. What does survivorship mean?
It's okay. Take a deep breath.
I would describe me a year ago as unraveling.
Our next episode is actually about that, is like what to say, what not to say, how to show your support. I saw someone at a work event the other day. She's like, oh my God, you cut your hair. And I was like, kind of. Yeah.
Newfound wisdom from newfound friends. An audio invitation to talk about the tough times.
Hopefully we made it through the hardest year of our life.
And every episode after.
This is our space, your space.
In Excelsior, Audrey Russo.
A home for every breastie who needs one.
KARE 11 News.
For more on the Minnesota Breasty podcast, you can head over to KARE11.com and click on this story. Very sweet. Well, pilots and aviation personnel share their love of aviation with kids all the time, right? Well, at least one of those kids did them a solid by improving their annual training manual. Byron Reed talks about that preschooler from Colorado.
You're on the tips of the wings.
Traveling by plane takes you on a journey.
Because they get you from place to place a lot faster than a car does.
For 5-year-old William Hines,
I love flying.
It's a mode of transportation that hits home.
I don't have to walk 7,000 miles.
William is a pre-kindergarten student at Campbell Early Learning Center with a passion for flight.
That shows them how many degrees the engine is.
He's very mechanically inclined, and so I suppose it was a natural progression to want to know about more fascinating things.
Amber Hines is William's mom. She says his passion took off thanks to a connection with the Southwest Airlines pilot who brought William a company training manual.
And sat with him for 2 hours going over the charts and just talking shop with him.
But William noticed something was a little off.
I discovered that 2 terrain monitors did not match. They did not match at all. That is closer up and that's farther up.
I had no idea that one of our friends had started a job with Southwest Airlines, but she said, can I pass these along to my manager? And I said, yeah, sure, that's fine.
That's when the CEO of the airlines found out, then invited William and his family to Dallas for a VIP tour.
So we went down to headquarters. It was amazing. Everyone there was very, very welcoming, and we definitely had the tour of a lifetime.
I got to go in a simulator, and the simulator pilot was Chris, showing how close.
It's an experience this family will always remember.
That heats up the cockpit.
Because of William's attention to detail that might land him in a career he already loves.
Then I can support people to a place, like 140 people.
Today, we salute one of our local veterans who just celebrated his 103rd birthday. Don Halverson served in World War II as a member of the Red Bulls in Arden Hills. On Monday, the Red Bulls honored Halverson for his contributions. Halverson joined the Army in 1943, leading his platoon through 2 years worth of battles against enemy forces. He came home with several honors, including the Bronze Star. As for the secret to his long life, Halverson has a couple of ideas.
Quit smoking, and like I say, a couple of whiskey waters, kind of preservative.
Halverson is as spry as ever, just renewing his driver's license to take spins around his old Toyota. Oh, well, happy birthday to him. Stick with us. We got some more news and weather coming up.